Alright guys, so today is finally the day that some of you guys have been waiting for. We are finally installing all the goodies on the Z, all the nice fancy parts. So right off the bat, we won't hesitate getting started. We obviously got the rear knuckles for the dual caliper hydro setup. We got the obviously stock OEM rear brake calipers. We got the Willwood master cylinder for the hydro as well from Willwood, and we got the hydro bracket. We've got the hydro bracket that allows you to mount it up to the shifter location, and then you're able to weld the hydro bracket onto the side, as well as some aftermarket seat brackets with the Sparco racing seats as well. So since the gentleman is a lot taller, we're going to be putting it into a fixed location instead of putting in sliders. So sorry for that one. The US cars and us bigger guys do not fit with sliders in these tighter Japanese vehicles. And then finally, to top it all off, we got a beautiful nice Sparco steering wheel with a D&D quick release. So it's going to be some nice little goodies going on. As you guys can tell, we already got the back jacked up. So we're about ready to do the rear knuckles and install those guys on there, and then start moving our way into the interior. We still have to get braided steel lines, so we'll talk about that when we start going into that route, but we'll show you all the goodies going on to this car, and get ready for some Z action.
Woo! Alright, so I put the hydro together, as you can see. This bad girl's looking mean. I put the hydro plate on it. Have the 4 bolts in, 10 millimeters. They're pretty long and deep, so even if I pull up on the plate, it's not coming up. So I just mocked up the hydro, put it on the plate, made sure the actual e-brake and both hydro is still functionable, because that's what you want. So as you can see, it's in a nice good spot. You can still turn on the car. It's not in the way of the radio or anything like that for the AC. You know, the guy still wants the whole car to be functionable, you know what I mean? So all the interior parts are off and to the side. So e-brake perfectly, goes down, boom, doesn't even hit the hydro. It's perfectly. I did already make the dots on where I need to drill out the holes. I did center punch them, so the drill bit does not walk. So that's what I'm doing. That's where I'm at. Just getting the hydro all in, making sure it's all nice and comfortable. And then we'll move on to the seats, and then routing the lines for the dual calipers. Boom! Just like that.
Just like that.
That's why you measure 10 times and you cut once. So, just drilled out the 2 dots that I center punched, put the hardware in, so she's nice and sturdy, she ain't going nowhere. Boom, get those hydro pulls. Boom. Everything still works. Everything's beautiful. And now this just needs to get routed all the way back to right here, and then into there, and then it's going to go into the rear of the car, and then down to the calipers. So every time we pull that hydro, it sends fluid to the rear calipers and stops the rear end. As you guys saw in the very beginning of the video, these are the brackets. They're from Crow Works. If I said that wrong, I apologize. But it gets bolted onto the wheel hub, and then the actual caliper gets bolted on right there. So that's where we're at right now. So since I got the hydro all pretty much set in, ready to go, I gotta take out the seats and start putting these brackets in, and then with the seats, and then we can see how everything sits. All right. So I still gotta cut up that side panel where your knee sits and cover that up, but the center console in, the shifter in, everything's in, brackets in, beautiful.
Alright, well we've already seen how the hydro is being installed. Terry already showed you that. If you come around back here, your boy's doing the knuckles. My bad, he's doing the dual caliper hydro setup. So the hub's already taken apart. As you can see, for the e-brake, it does have the stock OEM drums in there. So it's really easy. Since we were already doing service on the diff, we already had that out. So I went ahead and already took the CV axles out, which gave me a lot more room for the hub bolts right back here. So these are going to be a 17. Like I said, they're going to slip right behind here. It's probably, so just go ahead and zap those off. There'll be 4 17s, and then you'll have your lower e-brake brackets. It's going to be a stud. They're going to come on through because the Coro works. We're not going to be able to see them, but it's going to slip right in through that e-brake. So it's super easy to take that off. Didn't even have to take the shoes off at all. Just took off the clips on the top. So you'll just have a pin through here and you'll just knock it out, and then this will come off. Sorry for the shitty quality, but that's just going to be the main portion of it, just taking that all off. And you do have to cut the brake shield off, so we'll be cutting that off. And when I go over to the other side, I'll show you a little bit more in depth. And then Terry's just over here putting in this passenger side C rail from D&D as well. Super fresh, so Terry will show you a little bit more on how that's going to be installed.
Boom. Just like that. The interior is nice. I'm pretty much done for right now until we go to our sponsor, like I was telling you guys, G&J, to go get the lines and everything. So now
we'll show you that video.
So now we're just going to help Jack finish up the rear end, put the rear calipers on. I think that's it. So now we're helping Jack out. As you guys can see, the dust shield is cutting off just so the other caliper can clear, because obviously the dust shield doesn't have 2 spots for 2 calipers because OEM only has 1. So you got to cut that out so the other caliper can fit. If not, it'll be hitting this. It'll be hitting this right here, and you'll be having problems putting this back on. So Jack cut that out with an easy, grinder. Now he's putting it on. We're gonna put the caliper on, make sure all the wheel and everything like that clears, and then once everything's said and done, put it on the ground. Measure up all the lines, see how long we need to get, see if we need to get a 90, 45, all that good stuff, and then go to the sponsor.
Whoa, we got 1, we got 2. So there it goes. Caliper sits up a little bit forward. They bring you billet spacers, so you'll be able to space those out. So that's good to go. All spins. So now we need to go and get hard lines so we can go get that hydro working, baby. So now we'll work on the other side. I've already gotten that started, showing you guys. So there's the hub. So you got your 4 bolts, so just get them through the back siding, to the back side, right up through there. You'll remove these 2 bolts as well, and that's going to remove this whole shielding. All I had to do was just take these 2 clips off for the drum brake, and obviously that top adjuster, and then this pin will just come on out, and then you'll just cut that around like so. So she's removed, and then you will go to now installing your dual caliper setup. So I will show you right now. When you're going to do your drums, don't be scared on them. Just piece it out and lay it down exactly how you laid it. When you're going with, obviously, these hangers, easiest is dikes. Just go grab them, pull them right back. Be able to attach them. This is on the top one. Put it on the top. That one's the bottom. You put it on the bottom. You keep it super simple. Also too, when doing these stuff, always keep one side how it was. So if you do mess up, you can go back to the other side and use that basically as your little diagram. Alrighty. So they come with little spacers like I was saying on the other side. You're gonna put those on to extend this guy. This guy was all good. Just slap this guy on. It's all spinning. Nice and good to go. After that, we're just gonna go to G&J now and go get the lines made for the other caliper, which is good to go. So we went ahead and threw the wheel on the other side, make sure it's all good. It's looking pretty cherry. So yep, and then so she's looking good. Like I said, got that hydro in there, and I got the bucket seat. So next is just going to be the steering wheel. We're waiting on for the boss kit. After that, she'll be good to go. Drop her on the ground, and that's going to be the final little stages on basically getting your drift car or 370Z ready to go drifting. All right, guys. Well, we are horrible YouTubers. We're trying to get you guys the most video content we can get, but we just get so busy with what we're working. We just go back and forth. While we're on another job yesterday doing a timing belt on a 1UZ for our good buddy, we forgot to record that as well. We went to G&J and we got those nice lines all made up. So we went with -3, obviously black coated lines all the way back to the rear. You're not gonna be able to see my job. You'll be able to see a little bit of lines coming out from some spots.
From the calipers especially?
Some spots like right there, but I got it tucked underneath. And then obviously we ran them to the rear, so they're just ran over there. And then bam, there's the old girls. So this dual caliper kit is from Coralworks. They do really make a really good kit. Comes with everything, the spacers, the hardware, everything for you to extend it.
We also did get the hub.
Yeah, the Sparco steering wheel with the D&D quick release. So bam, that comes right off for all your supercar drift needs. Also as well, we got the Willwood, so she's all good. That's nice and good to go. If you have any comments below on how to bleed them, we'll do a video on how to bleed hydros.
Look how clean and
other than
sleek
that,
it looks.
super nice.
Still looks OEM.
Yup. So she's good to go. Like I said, these are the last final touches. So now the fun of getting this car, being able to drift, is on its way. So this is gonna, like I said, gonna conclude the rest of this little video. I know we guys didn't show too much, but please, if you guys have any comments or questions below, please let us know. We're trying to answer them as best we can when we're not too busy. But she's looking super good. Last thing we need is just those brackets just for the bucket seats. If you have them, you know what we're talking about. But it's all good. They're coming as we speak. So like I said, I'm rambling on. I hope you guys liked the video of the yellow banana. She's been super fun. And like I said, enjoy the future content video of what we have in store for the rest of this old girl. We do have these designs coming in, shirts and sweaters. So let us know what you want and we'll give you the prices. Hope you guys liked and enjoyed the video. We're out.
Subscribe.